Welcome to the Rose City, also known as Petra. This monumental world wonder is located in Jordan. Petra is more than just a pretty sight. It tells the story of the Nabateans, the ancient people who built the Rose City. Semester at Sea student Sammy Bobbitt traveled with her visual arts as communication class to Petra. They focused their studies on the Treasury.
We went to Petra to study the architecture, specifically like of the history of the Nabateans, like to study like their history and like why they chose to carve like these wonderful pieces of artwork just straight into like the sandstone cliffs. So my teacher wanted to like emphasize the details that they took in like the tops of the columns and their carvings. Like if you look at the top of Petra, there's carvings on like the two facades, and they're like the gods of the Nabatean. So the floral work is just like the decorative like nature of the Nabateans. Like that's just kind of how they chose to decorate like their columns. And then the treasury itself isn't actually like a treasury, it's a tomb of like a very important person that was a part of their society.
The Nabateans were wealthy people. They strategically placed the treasury at the front of the city.
Petra was like a main source of trade, and so they collected like really rare goods from like the south part of the Arabian Peninsula, and then people would come to Petra in camel caravans to like receive those goods and then take them to other parts of the world like Africa and Europe. They had money and they wanted to like flaunt it, and the best way to do that they thought was just by putting their like largest and most beautiful piece of architecture like right at that entry point.
Their strategy worked. From thousands of years ago to now, people flock to the site to get a glimpse of the treasury. But Bobbitt encourages visitors to explore even further.
As much as the treasury is like the main like thing in Petra, I think it's important for anyone to go to like make sure you go and see the rest of it as well, because it kind of, as you walk down that like canyon, it tells a really big story that I think a lot of people miss about like that aspect in history. Don't just stop at the treasury, keep going and explore like a little bit more and see like the rest of the beautiful city that was once lost in history.
The Rose City is revered around the world for its architecture, but it's the Nabateans that made it a world wonder.